With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.
This is Red Lantern Russell from
Tomes of Evil,
and you're listening to Sector 2814, a Green Lantern podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Green Lantern Corps, it is.
I will, hey everyone.
And he left us a boy, returns a father. It is.
This is Matt Gardner, Matt Kona.
I was going to say Legion plate ring is the closest I got to a yellow ring, so.
Oh, nice.
Will's still not showing up that green.
Still wearing the green.
I see you went with the gray hair and the green for your love of Hal Jordan there, Will.
That's right, absolutely. The gray. Had to color it because, of course I'm not that old, right?
Yes. I mean, Matt Kona returned to our ranks last week, but we were in the middle of a crossover, so I feel this is the official return of Matt Kona.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to be back again. Yes.
We missed you, man. Me and Will talked way too. Me and Will talked way too long when you weren't here. We would go over.
That's right.
Oh my God. We're like, why are we going longer when Kona's not here? All right.
You keep us honest, man. You keep us honest.
Yeah, I have to go. It's late. Yeah.
Oh, so since you've been out for a few weeks, have you been reading any comics or watching any TV or?
Well, I have. I watched the first couple episodes of the HBO Max Green Lantern series that you guys recommended to me.
Oh, the animated.
Yeah, and I read the first 3 issues of the current Green Lantern, and the first issue I bought. Well, so I had bought the first one a while back with Teen Lantern on the cover, and then I was looking through number 2 in my comic shop. They kind of organize things a little bit weird. Like I hardly ever buy new books from them, so I'm not really used to their method. So I accidentally bought Future Shock Green Lantern number 2, and that's very different than the. So I went back and bought Future Shock 1. So I have not read 2 yet, but I think it's just a 2-issue series.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, or I don't even know if you'd see a series, a 2-issue arc. But a lot of the DC multiverse is... I don't really know what the deal with the Future Shock is. I guess it's just showing the future, and there's some alternate realities, or these are just contained stories. But it seems like it's going across many titles. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, they all did a future state thing. There was a
future state. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but it was supposed to be the original plan was 5G when Dan DiDio was there, and that was going to be like the actual comics were going to like jump ahead, I guess, but. Now I think they're subtly trying to squeeze it in. They're like, okay, we did Future State. Now some of the books, like especially Green Lantern and Batman, it seems like, okay, look, we're inching closer to that future,
Yeah. Oh, and I have read the first couple issues of Batman the Detective.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I've enjoyed it.
What do you think of the animated series?
It takes me a little to get into the newfangled animation style the kids are watching these days, but I thought it was a good story, and they make Hal Jordan a little sassier than he read in the books. But that they've modernized his origin story, and so it was cool. I'll keep watching.
The first few episodes in my mind they set a lot up and they're a little slow, but I think it gets better and better as the series progresses. It's really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I keep wanting to do a rewatch. I haven't got a chance yet. And again, I don't know if I'm going to get to because one tomorrow's new comic book day, but also tomorrow is the premiere of Loki.
Yes,
they're doing Wednesdays. Yeah.
We watched the trailer again today, and we're going to watch that tomorrow. It's definitely on the list.
And I think
3 a.m. West Coast time if you're watching live.
And I think it's either the last week or the penultimate episode. That's the week Black Widow comes out. So it runs like right into the Black Widow. So.
Oh wow!
So there's gonna be a lot.
Which takes place in the past.
Yeah, I think it's between Civil War and Infinity War. I think.
Yeah.
And who is Taskmaster?
We still don't know.
They put out all those character posters with the actors' names above them. Nothing for Taskmaster. I'm thinking they're gonna pull some kind of weird thing where it's gonna be Bucky.
It's Tony Stark. Sorry.
Told you it's gonna be Bucky.
Uncle Ben. It's gonna be Uncle Ben.
Oh God, no.
He lives.
There's a theme to these MCU TV shows. It's gonna be Mephisto. You remember WandaVision every week? They were like, "It's Mephisto! It's Mephisto!
It's Mephisto!" No, it wasn't.
That's accurate. I think you and I discussed it a little bit. Will, is anyone reading Heroes Reborn?
No, I haven't.
Not me.
My toe in the waters.
I mean, it's of course, it's like reality's been altered, and like the Squadron Supreme is like. The world's heroes. There's no Avengers, so it's basically like almost Marvel's version of the Justice League, of course.
Yeah. Okay. No, I have heard some talk about it, but I have not picked it up.
And there's like a bunch of one shots along with it. I mean, each issue of the regular series focuses on a different team member. Like they did, like I said, a Blur episode. Wizard Blur.
Yeah.
Dr. Spectrum, and then last week was Nighthawk, a very Batman-esque.
Oh, Ray must have loved it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I know. I didn't even ask him about that. I should ask him about that.
I love Batman.
Oh, yeah, because he had to stop like a riot at Ravencroft, the asylum.
Excuse me. Oh,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then, one of the one shots, Marvel Double Action. Instead of the night Gwen Stacy died, the Green Goblin threw Nighthawk's partner off the bridge, the Falcon, Sam Wilson.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does he come back as the
Ghost Falcon? No.
The spring soldier or something? I don't know.
the vulture? No.
Oh, no. No, it's funny because they did like a book with like the teen heroes. I guess Miles Morales is trying to take over as the new Falcon because there is no Spider-Man in that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, really weird. I mean, it's entertaining. Yeah, because there was like one book. It was Peter Parker photographer. What was it? The Amazing Peter Parker photographer or something. Yeah, it's like he never got spider powers, and he was basically Hyperion's Jimmy Olsen.
Wow.
I think I saw the cover to that somewhere. Yeah.
So, any other funny books you guys are reading you like?
I'm just waiting for issue 2 of Crossover Division. I don't know what the hold up is.
Working on.
What's up with that? What's up with that guy? He's too busy watching cartoons on TV to get the next issue out.
Dude.
What is this, a quarterly? Come on.
I know. I'm working on it. Actually, I did hit the submit button on the project Kickstarter last night. So once they approve it, that means we'll be able to have a basically the sign up page. The
get pledging.
The pre-launch page so that people can sign up to get notified when it launches.
Cool.
Well,
Looks like the launch is going to be July.
Well, the minute you get anything, send me the link and I'll put it in the show notes every episode.
Awesome. Awesome. I sure will.
Number 2's out. Gonna sell. I'll sell number 1. Come on.
Hope so.
Oh, and then I'm sure everyone's waiting with bated breath for I think it might be the end of July now. A new Moon Knight book's coming out.
Oh, I've seen many Moon Knight posts on Instagram, not just Ray's, but all around. I've seen Moon Knight everywhere. He's a bit of a media darling. So,
well, and they did cast Moon Knight, right?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
They officially revealed that, or officially announced.
I think so. Yeah, because there's actually I think there's actual footage of him like training and doing all this stunt stuff. Yeah.
Well,
lots.
I'm happy for Ray.
I was gonna say lots. They keep teasing and teasing more Moon Knight stuff.
It's a lot of meat. Look how big it is.
Yeah, I think they're him and Connor doing their Last Sons of Krypton podcast. He had a post today. They're like, I guess they're doing a Batman and Superman story coming up. I was like, oh, Ray squeezed his favorite character into the Superman talk.
Again.
I love Batman.
So how's fatherhood treating you, Kona?
So far, so good. She's doing great.
You were talking bath time. I just wait a couple years. You'll get through it. Now at this point, I'm so happy, man. I just hand them some pajamas in a towel. I'm like, go take a bath. Okay.
You know what to do. Yeah.
Once they're potty trained and they can wash themselves, right, Will? They can feed themselves. Yeah.
At this point, they're basically just paperweights with attitude.
The wake you up in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots and lots of attitude.
Yeah, a lot of facial expressions. Like, are you serious? Come on. Yeah.
I remember the day we brought Luca home. The first, just all day, I just see him like looking all over the place. Like, what is this? Where am I?
There's a lot of distractions.
Oh, I'm sure in that house, dogs, women hanging upside down. There's all kinds.
Yeah. A lot of things going on.
The hairy thing was talking to the milk machine. I don't know what they were saying. All right, so should we get to these issues?
Yeah,
let's go for it.
The Guy Gardner. I have synopses, but none of them are really some of them are only like 1 or 2 sentences. So I'll just do a quick synopsis, then we could just whatever you want to throw out about the issue. Because
whatever the synopsis for issue number 3 is, it's longer than the if we did a live read,
dialogue,
do a live read of skip to 3. Let's do a live read.
Yeah,
I'll be Guy Gardner.
Nice.
Next.
There you go. Done.
But yeah, Guy Gardner, number 1 from October 1992. A new guy in town. Writer Gerard Jones, because they couldn't let anybody else have any Green Lanterns at this point. Nobody.
Yeah.
So he was writing for everything at this point?
Yeah, it was Green Lantern, Guy Gardner,
books, yeah.
Mosaic, yeah. Even Cal was in Justice League Europe. He was writing that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is, he was writing 4 or 5 books a month, which was insane.
I guess if you want tight continuity between them all, it helps to have one writer, but damn.
I drank a lot of coffee. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the synopsis for this one is just Guy Gardner shows off his new ring in New York City, only for it to go dead.
Yeah. He was in a real anti-scum campaign.
Yeah.
And what is? I'm sorry. I know it's 1992, but what is up with this outfit? The leather jacket, the cowboy boots.
What happened to the Uggs?
I was gonna say, what's worse? What's worse, Kona, Uggs or them cowboy boots?
Well, the cowboy boots are
with G's
they don't really fit with the New York state of mind that I associate Guy Gardner with, but we had to get the new outfit. We never got to see the behind the scenes of how he got that cool leather jacket with the G, right? It's not like when they teach you about how Ben Riley saw a crappy sweatshirt in a store and I guess that's not that big a detail. But.
I know that's funny, but yeah, the cowboy boots, are they pandering to like the rednecks? Will, did you like those cowboy boots?
What? Not my thing, man. Not my thing. But
I like.
It was kind of weird that he brought back the idiots from a guy in his Nort.
Thum and Boom, yeah.
Yeah.
See, kids told you they'd be back. I thought it was weird that he brought back. You remember Guy Gardner Reborn #1? He brought back the massage parlor.
That's right. Yeah.
Just like, where's Goldface?
Again with the gold face.
I thought it was kind of cool though that the cover just features Guy Gardner, although the phrase "first issue action" is kind of generic. Like, oh, okay, it doesn't have second issue action in it. All right, that's obvious. But it also didn't do like the Marvel thing, which is to feature like who's the guest star on the cover, and. I mean, Superman is in here for multiple pages. I mean, there's not a fight scene; it's an argument. But I'm surprised that they didn't pop that in there to sell it. They sort of let Guy Gardner stand alone, which I thought was nice.
I mean, that is a good point, especially at this point. If you would have thought they would have been on the cover, hey, catch Superman because Doomsday is coming.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
That's right.
Bubble in there, yeah.
Well, didn't Spidey usually make the appearance in the second issue of the series? Wasn't that the rule at Marvel,
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because I'll say, was it Darkhawk? I think in Mark Spector Moon Knight he did that. Was it issue 2? I think so. Yeah.
Spidey was in maybe issue 2 of Sleepwalker, too. Oh. Which was kind of the yin to Darkhawk's yang. Yeah.
And then I think, what was it?
That is brilliant. That needs to be a drop.
What?
The yin to Darkhawk's yang. I love it.
Oh, did you see? Speaking of that, Matt Conan, did you see they're coming out with a new Darkhawk series? I guess someone else is going to be Darkhawk now.
Really?
I guess they're getting. They're getting a new kid. I guess Chris Powell got too old, so they're bringing in a new kid to be Darkhawk. I guess they said it's can be kind of similar to the first one. He's going to find the amulet thing or whatever. And
interesting.
So,
all right, the first 3 Sleepwalkers, no Spider-Man. I think it must be number 4. But there is Wolverine and Thor on issue 3. But
I was going to say, I think Ghost Rider. They actually waited till issue 5 or 6 for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
maybe
something like that. Oh yeah, but eventually.
Sleepwalker 5, big Spidey cover. There we go.
Oh hey, Quasar made it to issue 7 before Spider-Man showed up.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he had Venom earlier.
Oh
yes.
Oh yeah, sparkly quantum tentacles. That's right.
That's right.
Sparkly quantum tentacles.
But Darkhawk number 2, guest starring Spider-Man. As he fights Hobgoblin. So. All right, sorry, got off.
That's all right. But yeah, I mean, the 90s, you'd always get like a Spider-Man, Punisher, Wolverine,
Ghost Rider. I mean, those were kind of the hot characters at the time would make an appearance in an early issue of a new series, just to hopefully bring in new readers and
yeah.
And if you were really, really desperate, you could bring in Moon Knight.
What the F?
But yeah, I mean, so Guy Gardner trashes the massage parlor and just starts beating on guys. Look at my new ring. Yeah, I love but like Matt Conan said, the cover, he's back, the one, the only Guy Gardner. Well, yeah, it's his real name. I hope he's the one. Now he's tougher than ever.
And they made the joke about that. We were up to, we just got past Crisis on Earth X and Legends of Tomorrow. And they're like, hey, so your name's Ray and your superhero name's The Ray?
Ah, yes. Oh, that's funny.
Change your name.
That's
change
funny.
your name.
Yeah. I've been rewatching Flash. I'm about to start Crisis on Infinite Earth. But yeah, Superman basically, yelling at Guy.
Yeah, and the tension of his relationship with Ice, which I guess is probably more in depth featured in the old Justice Leagues. I didn't realize the run that Guy Gardner had in Justice League, but he was there for quite a while, right?
Oh yeah, that first issue, the One Punch Justice League, with Kevin Maguire and J.M. DeMatteis, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think, didn't he make it to like the issue, it's in the 70s or 80s at least, and I think around issue 100 they're like, he's back. I think that was wasn't that Justice League's 100th issue? It's like, oh look, Guy Gardner's back. It's like, oh really?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's 1992. I was just waiting for just one word bubble, to him like Ice baby.
Wow, I totally missed that. That is awesome.
And then him trying to make her all jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, and remember some of those previous issues, Will, where like, the one guy's like, oh, glad to have you back, Hal, and instead of that Hal, the guy that guy, when he's like buying a hot dog or whatever, he's like, oh hey, glad to have you back, Green Lantern. That guy Gardner really sucked,
Yeah.
Then you got Guy's fans outside.
Yeah.
I think that Guy Gardner didn't work out either with Ice or in the Justice League because he refused to stop, collaborate, or listen. He was selfish. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that. I heard he was too busy trying to solve. If you had a problem, he'd solve it.
Yeah. something while my Gnort was involved.
Yeah, he gave me his bone.
Throw me a bone. Yeah.
He gives me his bone.
But I did like the kind of realistic depiction of something that probably doesn't get mentioned a lot with comics, like getting an agent. And I mean, even Guy Gardner, who you would think, we mentioned and joked about him being selfish. He's like, yeah, I don't get any money for this. I'm just doing this, and I'm living in abject poverty. I have a roommate who is also a low-rent comic book superhero and a dog. And, I'm just... maybe I do need a manager, but I can't give him $10,000 a year.
And you think leather jackets and cowboy boots just grow on trees?
Yeah, right. And haircuts, constant. I mean, you could just buy one bowl and a pair of scissors, I guess.
I was gonna say how.
Yeah, I felt that as it came out. I was like, wait, no. Of all the heroes, he's fucking.
And he's got a power ring and a power ring aura. Why does he need white gloves?
He's a neat freak.
And it's not like he has to worry about leaving fingerprints. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
It's his name.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
I would think of nothing else. He'd be like, I want to, be worried about being associated with Green Lanterns.
Which comes into play.
Oh, yeah. But then when Superman can't get through the guy, then he calls, he tries to call Hal, when we get the editor's note for our crossover last week.
Yes.
Wally West. What was happening in Africa? Would you believe I was turned into a super genius? Hal was turned into a Neanderthal. We beat an army of apes with the aid of a talking dog.
No.
Yeah.
Says the alien from another planet. No, that's so unbelievable.
I know.
But it's so
Flash
funny.
is just chowing down on a massive sub, but it's okay because he has a fast metabolism.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. At this point, it was before the Speed Force. Like, Wally basically had to eat like a maniac just to keep even. Yeah.
It's like Shaggy.
Ruh-roh. But no, it's so weird here. I mean, they do this whole gag again, because Superman calls Hal. He's like, you got to do something about Guy. And like, remember I was telling you in one of those Action Comics specials, like he said, oh, you got to do something about Jon Stewart. Now he's calling. He's like, you got to do something about Guy. So yes, it's like, oh, yes, I'll track him down, Superman. It might take me another 4 issues, but I will track him down.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and then the whole Eclipso thing's like, oh, I thought he turned over a new leaf when he saved you, Superman, but no, I guess not.
Editor's note. We skipped past all that Eclipso stuff.
Well, we did the annual. We did the annual as part of the crossover. I made Lilith do most of the Eclipso heavy lifting, but yeah. And I love how passing the buck, he's like, man, if I had been on Oa, Guy Gardner wouldn't have got away with that ring. Basically, like, the Guardians of John Stewart and Kilwog let him go. I wouldn't have done that. So he calls his bosses. Oh, they're like, do you require the aid of other Green Lanterns to combat him? Because you got off lucky in issue 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they say Kilwog after him. I don't know. I read some of those Justice Leagues. I didn't read like every issue, but like, I don't know. General Glory, was that? Yeah, or Major Glory. I'm just like, really?
Major Glory, yeah.
I don't know. I just never got him.
Yeah.
Speaking of not getting characters, yes, then like we said, our old buddies Thoom and Boom show back up. So yeah, Guy dukes it out with them, and again, like I think I might have said this last week. I know Guy's not like a major thinker, but it's like, you grab this ring, wouldn't you be like, oh hey, how do I recharge this thing?
Yeah, what if it runs out while I'm, in space?
He spent how long with the Green Lantern ring having to recharge it every day? I'm like, why wouldn't you your first thing be like, oh hey, where do I plug this thing in at?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about buying secondhand. Sometimes it doesn't come with the instructions. So.
No, Amazon, they order a charger. That's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts on this issue, guys? What are your views of this?
No, it was a fun little table setter. Got me flipping the pages, and the artwork was good. I mean, the villains are a little, it feels weird saying cartoony, but they look a little differently drawn than the humans. But I mean, they're already kind of cartoony archetypes of villainous, dumb characters who are constantly fighting each other, and yeah.
Kona, you're out of practice. I thought the humans haven't been in your rules of acquisition for a while, huh?
I got to read my rules,
I think this series makes Guy a little less unlikable, but he's still really unlikable.
Yeah, I mean, you see more of his side of it. But,
yeah, and he's not, provoking people. Well, he was kind of provoking people, but I mean, he's not like part of a team where he's like provoking teammates and stuff. It's basically like, I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be. If you don't like it, tough.
Yeah, it's provoking a lot of media pundits.
Yes,
taking it to the liberals.
Oh no, are they gonna ban him from Twitter?
Yeah, they're gonna ban his news group from.
Usenet?
Yeah. I was struggling to think of it. Early internet days.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Lord. All right, so should we get to 2?
Yeah, get to issue 2. Although I do like that the issue 1 already has a letters page because there was already letters being written about Guy Gardner Reborn, and it's just called Guy Talk, and he introduces it, and he says that he doesn't want any wimpy letters. Send those to Wonder Woman. And he does welcome lots of praise, put-downs of the Guardians, goody good Hal Jordan, and sexy pictures of good-looking women for artist reference, of course.
Oh. I know that Guy Talk box where he's just like sitting there reading letters, drinking a beer.
Yeah. I believe it's just made up the guy.
Oh my lord. Yeah, but 90s.
90s.
Early 90s, yep. All right, so Guy Gardner, number 2. I love that cover. Dead Ringer. November 1992. Same team, yeah. What's a guy to do?
Quick question. When do we learn how the ring is charged? I mean, we get a pretty good hint that what does it in this issue, but
yeah,
when does he learn for sure?
I'm trying to remember. I reread these not too long ago. Closer
Is it after Hal shows up? Sorry, spoilers.
Well, yeah, I think it's after Hal, and then I think at some point, I don't know if another Green Lantern shows up or if he's just like, oh, hey, wait a minute. Every time the ring comes back to life, there's a Green Lantern around, Yeah, it takes it takes him a while. I think it takes him almost to maybe issue 10 or something, but yeah, he figures it out. But this one, another quick synopsis. Guy Gardner must fight Thume, Boom, and Buck 50 without the help of his ring. And to add insult to injury, Kilowog appears to take back his ring. After using his ring to determine that Guy's ring is indeed dead and leaving, the ring comes back to life and Guy's abducted by aliens.
After he runs a bus into those guys and a train.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah. I like that he commandeers a city bus for official superhero duty, he says.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, the credits...
And he doesn't buckle up.
I'm sorry, I got this wrong. Yes, the credits are written by Boom Boom Jones, penciled by Thume Stanton, inked by Shawam Beatty. Good Lord. But yeah, why... So are these like favorite character, Thume and Boom, were they favorites of somebody? Because I'm like, really? We're doing this again?
Yeah.
I guess they're like, oh, okay, who's in Guy Gardner's Rogue Gallery?
Thume and Boom.
Who's maybe not that associated with other Green Lanterns? It's like, Thume and Boom, I guess.
Yeah.
Gnort's uncle? I don't know.
I don't know if you call him a enemy, but yeah.
He gives me his bone.
Yeah, he's not an enemy, just someone that he has a bone to pick with.
Oh.
Bone it.
Oh, my.
Thank you, Gnort. Thank you, good night. I'll be here all week. Try the table scraps.
Nice. Did you read Green Lantern Quarterly number 2, Kona?
No.
Oh, there's a Gnort story there you might like.
Oh, really? It's a solo story?
Well, him and Sax Girl, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
and all I'll say is he tries to disguise himself as Hal Jordan.
Nice.
And it doesn't work out, but then it works out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
we
reveal what the invading army is. Yes.
Yeah. No spoilers on that one.
What about the palindropordinolap, which is like forcing a palindrome with a made-up word? It's and they kind of look like they're Lego monsters with I don't know, like somewhat mohawks.
Oh, it gets even better though. In the 4th issue, they all have to have haircuts like Guy.
I know. That's great. Right now, it's more of like a Norman Osborn haircut. But.
And they don't look happy about it when we get there.
No, I know. It's great. It's all about branding. I think he learned that from his sleazy agent.
But yeah, this is funny. Just like you said, the Ring runs out of power, so he hits him with a city bus. Then Kilowog goes to the Justice League to try to find Guy, and he scans the yellow ring with his ring, which of course recharges it. Although they don't figure that out.
Unbeknownst to him.
Hey, it's bad. First thing, once you defeated these guys, wouldn't you be like, man, I better figure out how this ring charges, how it works?
Yeah, right. Don't question it.
Although
it was just revel in the violence.
Yeah. But again, too, anyone that smart, who would help Guy though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those aliens you were talking about, palindrodinilap.
Yeah, palindrore. Yeah, whatever. The palindrome buddies.
Yeah, whatever they are.
Gerard Jones, you were just hitting keys on the keyboard, weren't you? But yeah, he has an agent, and then these aliens are like, oh yeah, the commercial opportunities. Or no, the commercial possibilities, security operatives. I could be bigger than Hal Jordan, bigger than Lobo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He makes them rebrand themselves in number 4.
All right, so thoughts on this one?
On 2?
Yeah.
It's more of the same.
It's a punch 'em up. It's Guy Gardner.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more goofy characters, and nothing is really solved. It just seems like a temporary solution to an ongoing problem, I guess. But I was a little surprised that Kilowog didn't hang out more often. I mean, or longer, rather. Guy Gardner sort of just made his point. Oh, come on, I can't keep it for a souvenir. And he's like, yeah, okay, you're right. I can't take that from you. I appreciate memories. I'm out of here.
Well, I think Kilowog's like friendly with guys, so it's like plausible deniability.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I scanned it. It was no power. I didn't see what's the harm in letting him keep it.
Yeah. He's like, you're a pretty good poozer, so whatever.
I mean, if no one else, shouldn't the Guardians know what charges that ring will?
I would. I mean, they're kind of smart, right?
Yeah.
You would think that they know.
What do they do all day?
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're sleeping when Hal calls.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah, I know. They're just like laying on the floor. It's just like, or were you
smoked a doobie?
But yeah, the Guardian. Yeah, because again, it's like the Guardians. Just like in 25, they're like, oh, Hal calls. They're like, oh, hey, you need Green Lanterns to help beat them up. It's like, no.
I mean, they seem to think that the ring's a big deal, but you'd think that they would know what charges it, right?
Yeah. Well, at the end of Reborn, I mean, they weren't happy about it, but didn't they seem like, oh yeah, let them go, we'll figure it out. But now it's just like, oh hey, you need somebody to smack them down.
Yeah.
Send Kilowog.
I don't know. This whole period, the Guardians just seem very manipulative to me.
Well, and not just manipulative, but also somewhat bipolar. I mean, and I think that's a problem with their motivations are never clearly spelled out. They're always supposed to be mysterious, but they do contradictory things all the time, and you're like, what is going on?
Well, when we get the third law, we get a little bit, but I mean, I think that's part of the reason they probably had to knock everything down and just like start over with Kal Rayner, just the guy in a ring. Not this guy.
And a power battery.
Yes.
All right. All right. Ready for 3?
Yes. Now I have things to say about 3.
All right. Well, Guy Gardner, number 3, December 1992, same team. In space, no one can hear you fight. Guy Gardner is fighting mano a mano with a powerful, muscular alien in space. In the battle,
who takes up the entire front cover, standing behind Guy Gardner.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Where's that wimp?
Where is this wimp?"
Cocky. In battle, he's testing himself in his new power ring to see how they do in long-term combat. He pummels the alien mercilessly until it falls down unconscious. At the end, it's revealed that it was just one in an extremely long line of tough aliens who are taking numbers and getting ready to fight him. The only thing he says is, next. All right, Will, what's your thoughts?
Can I predict what Will's going to say for one thing?
Go for it.
In the middle panel of page 5, were you going to say something about that? Because it looks very similar to the front cover of Quasar number 1.
Oh, I hadn't realized that. Totally.
Yeah.
No, I was. Yeah. This is more generally. This was a pleasant surprise because this is a big swing for the writer, and it puts so much of a load on the artist. And I'm not a huge fan of Joe Staton's character. I feel like his characters kind of move into caricature too much. You know, they don't look. They move beyond realism and straight into just straight up caricature. But he showed that he can tell a story from panel to panel, to page, because that's what he did this issue. It was a completely silent issue except for that last page, right? And it was a pleasant surprise. I mean, I was impressed. Truthfully, this was pretty awesome.
I just wonder how detailed Gerard Jones got because, once a month, me and Lilith have been talking to D.G. Chichester. You know, he wrote a bunch of stuff in the 90s, like a lot of Daredevil and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he's also an editor, and he said, like, he would get, like, scripts from people, and, like, some people are very, like, intricate. It's like, okay, he punches him, he throws a left, punches a guy, you know. They get very detailed about what they want. He's like, then other people would just be like, okay, they give the artist notes. Okay, from page 5 to 10, they fight. So I wonder if this issue, he was just like, hey, Joe, everything except the last page, they just duke it out.
Go for it, man.
It's your time to shine. And he's like, that's the sad part is like both those types of people got paid the same.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that if you're going to do Marvel had their
so with the Alpha Flight one?
No, they had an event several years ago.
Oh, was it Enough Said?
Enough Said, yeah, the Enough Said event, where they, you know, all of them were silent.
Silent, yeah.
And you know,
what was that? Like, it was like your early 2000s, I think. Yeah,
early 2000s, I think. Yeah, and I get, you know, where you can say, well, here's, you know, just draw them fighting, but I think you also want to try to. You don't want to just make it, you know, mindless fighting. You want to have the characters' personalities come through in the way they fight, and it's also underlining what they're fighting about or whatever. But this is just mindless mayhem, and it's kind of fun. I guess that's what Guy Gardner's about, is mindless mayhem.
I mean, there's been a couple different, like, silence, takes on, like, the silent issues and stuff. I'm just going to say, I don't know if is it maybe the first or probably one of the most well known is that G.I. Joe issue, that Snake Eyes issue. They did like that. I
think that's
issue.
Probably the most well known, if not the first, but definitely one of the most well known.
That's the first one I remember ever hearing about. Yeah, that's like everyone's like,
is that like mid 80s?
It's early in like the G.I. Joe. I think it's like early 20s or something issue wise. So yeah, I mean it's got to be sometime in the 80s. Yeah, early mid 80s.
I mean, that takes.
Let me look this up.
That takes a lot of. Well, I think it really depends. You know, if you're someone like, you know, you look at those great writer artists like, you know, Walter Simonson or Frank Miller. You know, they can get away with a lot of things. Or John Byrne. You know, they can, because they're both the writer and the artist, right? You know, they're creating the final thing. I think it's. For a writer-artist team to do it, I think it takes a lot more work. Mm-hmm. Just because you're communicating, you know. I mean, I'm sure the scripts for like the Enough Said event were still 22-page scripts, you know, that had lots of notes or whatever and everything in it. But
yeah, I just looked it up, and it said that the issues had like an example of the script note in the back.
Oh yeah, they did put some of the script in the back. Yeah. But yeah, well, like D.G. Chichester was saying, it's like, you know, you want to give detailed notes. Otherwise, you know, the artist might do something completely like you don't want, you know, as the writer, something you don't want. Or G.I. Joe 21, cover date, March 1984.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that issue is legendary. I mean, it really is.
oh my Lord. I just searched for it, and all these, like, you know, all these issues for sale are coming up. I'm seeing prices anywhere from $70. Oh, look, someone on eBay is trying to sell it for $970.
Wow.
$270,
nice.
$349. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most valuable G.I. Joe issue.
Is that the one with that Todd McFarlane drew the cover of it, or Snake Eyes?
Well, Snake Eyes is on the cover. It's a Snake Eyes story. I think Larry Hama did the art. Did he do the art and the story?
Here, let me look it up. But yeah, it's that. Here, let me see if it'll clear up a little bit. That cover, yeah. Just like Snake Eyes hanging off the building.
Okay. No, yeah, it wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Here, let me go back. I had the whole thing for it. Here we go. I love how soft. see how much. Oh wait, writer. Oh yeah, he did pencil it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Larry
I
Hama,
was thinking
wrote
he
and
did.
penciled it. Yeah, he had a different inker. He had Steve Lola, but Larry Hama penciled and wrote this. See how much influence Guy Gardner had on us? We're completely off track.
Exactly. Completely and totally off track. But yeah, I mean, I think this was a really cool surprise. I mean, I'm not a huge, I like Guy Gardner, when he's characterized differently later.
Yeah.
I guess, is that a better way to say it?
Oh yeah, after once we hit Rebirth in like 2005, Guy's a lot more written way better.
Well, I mean, and even after Emerald Twilight, when he's Guy Gardner Warrior, he's less cartoonish.
Well, yeah, that's when things got real. It's like, how basically smacks him down, and he's just like, he's like, oh, a lot of his, well, at least one of his friends gets killed.
Yeah. Spoilers.
So, I mean, I think that was just Emerald Twilight was just a wake up call for him. It's like, Jordan's gone nuts. He's gone. The core's gone. I better, I gotta like mature.
Time to grow up.
Yeah,
right.
Especially when it gets like a different power set. That's the thing. They wanted like just one Green Lantern, even though he had a yellow ring. He had to lose that yellow ring and everything.
Yep, absolutely. Which was, I mean, I understand the reasoning behind it. I didn't like it at the time because, I loved the classic idea of a core and, all of this sci-fi cosmic stuff. And Green Lantern after Emerald Twilight was very much little to no sci-fi, straight up just superhero stuff. And there's, I love superheroes too, but.
Yeah, I mean, I went full time once Cal got the ring. And again, it was like around the era when Quasar's book ended. So, like, I can't wait to get Matt Kona's take because like those early Cal Rainers kind of remind me of like the first year Quasar's book.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about that, but I think you're right.
Because basically,
it's a very good comparison.
It's just a guy who gets an alien artifact, and the first year's basically like, how do I use this thing? And oh, hey, maybe I should lock my refrigerator.
Oh,
we'll get there, kids. But yeah, and then again, it's like the silent issue. Like, you wouldn't have expected this from Guy Gardner's book, especially in this era, because it's it's almost like
he's a chatterbox.
Yeah,
that, and it's
exactly.
like it seems kind of like like a more cerebral thing, and it's just like I wouldn't expect that from Guy Gardner. Kind
of avant-garde, and even out of the norm. I mean, you wouldn't expect that in this book of all books. Maybe I could see certainly him trying this in Mosaic because it would. Yeah. It wouldn't. I don't think it would stand out, but it stands out because it's the third issue of Guy Gardner. I mean, and it's a silent issue. Holy crap!
And it was really fun. I mean, just like. They threw in a little slapstick, him watching TV, looking at himself in the mirror. and the way that they went from like, some pages had 3 panels, some had 6, some was just a big splash page. Like the pinball page is great. I liked it. I had a lot of fun reading it.
Yeah, I did too. And I think it was extremely well done.
Yeah.
Bravo, creative team, bravo.
And like you were comparing the Green Lantern Mosaic thing, Will. It's like it's like I think it was a little more classy issue, but again, they put like that Guy Gardner spin on it.
Yeah,
like Matt was saying, him sitting there watching the TV and like just provoking the guy. Yeah, the other guy.
Oh yeah, I mean his personality still comes out. I mean, and that's pure storytelling on the part of Joe Staton because he this is Guy and this is how he behaves and this is how he reacts. So yeah, just extremely well done.
Yeah, some of Joe Stanton's stuff isn't my favorite, but I mean, there's some like beautiful splash pages in here and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially that first.
Yeah, I did flip a few issues ahead to read the letters column of what people thought of it, and a lot of people made the same sort of jokes. But some say, "Yo, Guy Gardner number 3 rules. Enough said." That's it. and then, "Hey, Guy, what's the idea? All that text is getting in the way of a story." And and then some said, "Just finished the no sound, all butt kicking 3rd issue of Guy Gardner. For the record, I was going to hand in a simple blank sheet as my comment, but I figured that a few dozen other letter hacks might do the same, so why bother?" But he said, "I found myself adding a few sound effects to your romp, like a clanking sound as the big palooka went tumbling through the ring-generated system of pipes, and an all-purpose sound effect as he popped out the other ends. Not to mention the ringing and dinging as he bounces around your pinball bumpers. At certain points, I could even imagine you generating a laugh track and canned applause just to further psych out your opponent." Yeah. It is funny that all the letters are addressed to Guy. They're not like "Dear Editor."
Well, hey,
He says that in the initially. It's like, "This is Guy talk. This is my comment." But I thought that was cool. I liked it.
Hey, you're going to say it's Guy Gardner, man. Answer the letters, man. You're going to rate the guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So any other thoughts on this, or should we get to the last one?
Let's get to the next one.
Next one, yeah. Number 4.
All right. So the final one tonight, Guy Gardner, number 4, January 1993, Golden Boy. There's no Guy in the title. All right. Another very long synopsis. One of Goldface's assassins tries to kill Guy, so he sets off to try to find him.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
And he does.
Is that a shorter synopsis than the Slugfest issue 3 synopsis?
Yes. I guess that was the longest synopsis, was issue 3 out of these ones. So
that's funny.
I guess they felt they had to explain more because there was no text. I don't know.
I mean, there's some cool things about this issue. Like Guy Gardner kind of goes as a tribute to the Penguin with his hat and cigarettes.
Okay.
Roll the Bill cigarette in the first page, and he's got ladies. He's wearing a mink coat. He's really obsessed with fur coats. He's listed out all sorts of different ones in there. And, getting in the media's face, and he's flashing the bling from his I don't know if it's straight up embezzlement, but he made a deal with the palindrome kids to give them space jewels, so he converted it to American currency, and that's how it becomes the first paid superhero in the DC universe.
You mean the Gardeners of the universe?
Yes. Not the Gardeners of the Galaxy.
But it was funny you said, yeah, I look at him dressed like the Penguin on the beginning there. At first I flipped it open. I was like, why is he dressed like a pimp?
Yeah.
And then this is post Death of Superman too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got to me. He is not very sympathetic in that. This must have been like right around that time. Yes. Not wearing the armband because it conflicts with his fur coat.
That's right, kids. Superman has just died, so make sure you get your Death of Superman trading cards.
That's right.
Yeah. And grab a bagged issue of Superman 75.
Because they're never going to bring it back.
Only a few were printed.
I did get one, and God, I can't believe I opened it.
And read it. I mean,
well, yeah, there was a poster in there that was like hanging on my wall, for years. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, they had an armband in there. Was there anything else? I know the poster, the armband, the issue. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was like a thing. I kind of had to pin it. It was kind of just like a ribbon, but you could wrap it around your arm and you kind of had to pin it or something.
And I think they skipped they took a month off. Or 2 months off. I can't remember. And then they came back with Adventures of Superman, which was in a white bag, I think.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Well, they did Funeral for a Friend. It was basically all the supporting like Supergirl and all the supporting characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I think it was Adventures of Superman 500. Yeah, I think they did with the white bag, yeah. Because at the end of that one, that's when they first showed you all the Superman,
The Return of the Superman, or The Reign of the Superman, I guess, is the later story. So.
Superman, the Eradicator, Steel. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see?
Which of these four are Superman? Neener, none of them.
I know. Oh, did you guys see that? Is anyone watching Superman and Lois?
We're a couple episodes. We haven't seen it since it's come back on. It's on our list.
Okay. All right, I won't spoil it then.
It at all.
I won't spoil it then.
It's actually really good, Matt. If you get a chance, the first 4 or 5 episodes, I think the first half of the season were really good.
Cool.
Will, Captain Luthor is not Captain Luthor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was going to say. All right. And then someone tries to shoot Guy in the back of the head.
Yeah, that was weird. Assassins are looking for him. Messing with his haircut.
I love he's just laying there in that fur coat.
Yeah, looks like he's about to do a snow angel or something.
How funny would that have been if he just kept that as part of his costume? Just he's flying around in a fur coat every issue, like a cape. What was that idiot thinking? That I'd go out at night without a power ring aura around me in New York City?
Yeah.
I guess it could make him invisible because we really didn't see one.
Nope.
No. Maybe it's under his hair follicles.
Did you see the loose women I was with on page 1? You think I didn't have a power ring aura? Huh? But yeah, lights up the neighborhood and goes after the sniper.
And then Ice shows up.
Oh yeah, saves the guy after Guy throws him off a fire escape.
Yeah, he was going to probably catch him, he said.
Probably.
Probably. I just thought a little scare might grease the wheels of the interrogation process.
Yeah.
And Ice has got like a broken arm or something, right?
Yeah, probably from Justice League. Yeah,
from Doomsday.
Oh yeah, because they all got. But the Guy looks fine, and the guy got.
Guy was using both.
I remember that. Yeah, and in Doomsday, his eyes were all swollen shut. He's like, "Someone point my ring. I can't see." His eyes.
Oh right,
shut. Yeah. But yeah,
was Hal off planet at that point?
I mean, maybe.
Might have been in Europe still. He's on holiday.
Yeah, because it was the American Justice League that was helping him fight Doomsday. Yeah, he could have been in Europe. But did you think he would have been like, "Hey, call everybody who might have a chance of stopping this guy who could bubble him up"?
The price of international calls, then.
That's true. But they also have the teleporter, so there you go.
And then Ice is like, "Why aren't you wearing your Superman armband? Did you not open your copy of Superman 75?"
No, I kept it pristine to sell it on the secondary market.
I sent it to CGC. I don't know if they exist yet, but.
And then I love he gives Ice the recap. He's like, "Yeah, first thing I came back and told my agent, first thing I want publicized, my revenge match against Hal Jordan."
Yeah.
And this guy's like, "You can't do that."
Yeah, you get a little behind the scenes of the PR machine of building up a rivalry with Goldface.
Yep.
But he's even he's like, "You challenged me to a fight and you lost." He's like, "If you try it again, you're gonna look like a sore loser."
Yeah.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, whatever. I'll wait till issue 5 or 6. Okay.
You gotta build to the rematch.
Yeah, whatever.
It just hit me. Just like look at Matt Conan dad mode anymore, sitting in his easy chair, be like, yes, let me tell you a story.
Yeah, well, I no longer have a studio, but I have a baby's room. So
I like it, man. You need the pipe. You'd be like, let me tell you.
Yeah, maybe I'll put some decorations. I've been threatening to get. I gotta get a belt clip for my cell phone. I'll put it up here.
Gather around.
Welcome again to story time.
Let me tell you about let me tell you of the redneck known as Guy Gardner. All right, let's get this done. See, look, you're supposed to rein us in, Kona. We're already over an hour.
I know. Well,
Lord, we're broken, Will.
Yeah. I know.
But then he goes to see Carrie Limbo again.
The Hunt.
Rogue without the powers. He's like, tell me where Goldface is.
Well, he's explaining all this to Ice, isn't he?
Yeah.
I did this, I did this.
And it's a kind of like a very noir-like flashback.
Mm-hmm. And it's very much told from his point of view, but we see the truth of it, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, we're going to have to pull the trigger on this soon because... Oh, yeah, the big rematch is in Guy Gardner 6 because, hey, kids, I have an extra copy. We need to have some kind of contest or something because I got an extra Guy Gardner 6 to give away, so...
Awesome.
Just need to figure out.
Why don't we do a sound effects contest?
Oh.
You write sound effects for issue 3. And,
best sound effects, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys gonna have to compete with the king.
It's a load of mate.
Boom. It's like a drop bear.
Wild like an animal.
That's right. We got Russell drops. We got Ray drops. We got Noel drops.
Those boobs scare me.
All right. So, thoughts on 4?
I mean, it was all right. It's a cliffhanger, I guess. It was interesting it made me want to reread the Death of Superman again, just because forget that there were other comic books still going on around that time. I mean, I was buying comics at that. I was more into Marvel, but I did get into that. That brought me over to DC at that time because I read all the lead up and follow up to the Superman story until he eventually comes back. But yeah, I don't know. It was fine.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to. We're gonna definitely have to have like a Reign of the Supermen talk when we get the Green Lantern 46.
Oh yeah, so definitely.
Yeah. Hey, where did?
Yeah, I mean, it was more of the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's going to be an ongoing thing, so it's just building to the next whatever happens. I like the character of Ice, and so you see them the way he kind of teases her and plays on that aspect of the relationship. It interests me.
Yeah, I think we got year and a half, and he's like, "Yeah, Guy Gardner's not a good code name. I know. I'll call myself Guy Gardner Warrior."
Absolutely.
All right. So, any other thoughts on this, or should we look ahead?
Yeah,
let's look ahead.
All right. Okay. Next week. More. Next week, 3 issues: Green Lantern Mosaic 6 through 8. So.
Ooh, all right, awesome.
Yes, and then in 2 weeks, William, Green Lantern 32 through 35, the Third Law.
Back to Hal Jordan, yay!
Oh my god, and then the week after that, Green Lantern 36 and Green Lantern Mosaic 9 through 12. I can't believe you can't remember that Dr. Light Christmas issue.
Vaguely?
He takes Carol home to his family. Oh my god. You were in for a treat.
I'm looking forward to rereading it.
All right, so yes, kiddies, send your thoughts on all of that, or hell, I mean, we'll play stuff from this week, so send your thoughts on Guy Gardner. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Sector 2814, The Green Lantern Podcast, on Facebook, Twitter. Find links to all of our various social medias for all of our various shows. Links to this YouTube channel. See the return of Matt Conan Crystal Clear HD video. Links to our Patreon. More and more stuff going up there. Links to merchandise. All in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please go check out all things Southgate Media Group. Check out southgatemediagroup.com. Also, after you check out our Patreon, go check out Southgate Media Group Patreon. There's a bunch of free stuff there, including all the shows from the network, a bunch of paid content. Me and Lil Hellfire really let it rip. But yeah, just a bunch of, go check out All Things Southgate Media Group and pick up Pod Life the book, now digital and paperback. And when you get that or anything else on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that fancy man in a fur coat, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom.
Mark my words.
All right, Matt Kona. It's been a while. We've been trying to pimp your social media, but where can people find you?
Oh, I'm the same thing that you see on screen if you're watching a video. If you're not, the @ symbol and then Matt Kona, Kona. And that's where I am. I might be in this yellow lounge chair reading the storybook live on Instagram, or probably not, but that's where you can find me.
I could sprinkle some pin particles on it to make it bigger.
Oh, and happy birthday to Shelly the dog.
Yes, my dog, the star of my Instagram story on a daily basis. Yep,
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Is she a black lab?
So, I don't know. We haven't, we were told she was, but she looks like she's got a little shepherd in her, too. But, yeah, I think she's like half lab, half shepherd, part kangaroo also.
I was just going to say, watch when your daughter gets bigger. I know my aunt used to have a black lab. When I was like 5 or 6, I tried to ride that dog like a horse. So just. All right.
That's frowned upon in this establishment.
All right. From Black Labs to Basset Hounds, Will Allred, Master of the Core. Where can people find you and Crossover Division and Diary of Night?
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and all those places. You can find Crossover Division, which is an ongoing series, although it kind of slowly ongoing, at crossoverdivision.com. Number 2 will be launching on Kickstarter in July. And then you can also find Diary of Night, which is another thing, at diaryofnight.com. And since you're obviously a discerning reader of comics, you obviously love cosmic stuff. So that means you love Quasar from Marvel. And if you want to find out all kinds of cool stuff about Quasar, you can check out the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org.
And if you love the Quantum Zone, stay tuned. Probably in July, you're going to have your Quantum Zone annual, kids. We're going to go over those Guardians of the Galaxy, and maybe, hopefully, by that point, we'll have a pre-order for that figure.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Other parts of the world.
Canada and Mexico already have it. What about the rest of this continent of North America?
No respect. But yeah, so what did Guy Gardner say to Thum and Boom?
Hey, boys, the party? I love the party.
I'll put it in my navel.
All right. So... So happy Matt Kona is back. Remember, next week, the Green Lantern Mosaic 6 through 8. Wait, what did we wrote those ones?
I don't know.
I was going to say, until we hit 48, yeah, just assume Gerard Jones wrote them, please. We don't have to say everything.
No, that's just a safe assumption.
Exactly. Come back next time. Remember, in space, nobody can hear you say 4-letter words.
No one can hear us scream.
I am Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are 2 of the many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
Just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
and away.